Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. For those of you who are new, I am glad you joined us today. My name is Brenda and this is my Oliver. And for those of you who are returning, I love you all so very much and thank you for always being here. Today I'm participating in the Napkin Exchange that is hosted by Sarah with Sunflowers and DIYing. I'll let you know more about that in a few minutes. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay guys, so as I was editing my video, I realized that I had lost my video that showed me opening the napkins that was sent to me by Gwen at, let's see, her channel name is At Home with Gigi. I will have a link to that channel in my description box so you can check her out. So I thought I'd just kind of show you what I got. So she sent me I think this was from her. I have this too. But this napkin, these really pretty dots, and then the back side is chevron. And then I love this, Land That I Love. I'll definitely have to use that for next year's Patriotic. These beautiful sunflowers. And then I love this. I have some more fruit themed DIYs coming. So this, these are so pretty. I can't wait to use those. These, I love these too. These are so cute. I love them. They have the little truck on them, and then these that say I Heart America. Love them. And beautiful flower napkins. Okay, so the next ones are the must-used napkins. So we have here this beautiful Peacock napkin. I just thought that was so beautiful. So shabby chic, although what I make isn't shabby chic, but it's beautiful. And then we have this beautiful blue. I love this blue and white. It is so pretty. And then this pretty, very pretty napkin with the poppies. I love poppies. I think that is so pretty. So that's what I received. So stay tuned and you'll see what I made with them. Okay, here's DIY number 1. So for this DIY, I'm going to use some solo wood flowers, and I will have a link to that in my description box. My chalk couture paste in the color Colonial Blue, my Waverly chalk paint in the color White, and this beautiful Peacock napkin. And this chalk couture stencil, it's called Handpicked by God. And this sign from Dollar Tree, I got this last year, but you could use any sign if you want to recreate something like this. So I start off by removing that hanger, and then I'm using my heat gun and Cricut spatula, and I'm going to go and remove that glitter. There was a ton of glitter on this side, and the reason why I remove this, because I'm going to paint on the back, is because I don't want to get glitter in my paint. So I just went through and removed the glitter, and then I used my little ladybug vacuum cleaner, which is also in my Amazon store. So after that, I painted it with my Waverly chalk paint, and then I'm just distressing all around the edge of that with my little finger sander. After that was done, I went ahead and fuzzed this transfer since it's the first time I used it. Now I thought I was just going to fuzz the top part because I'm only using the words, but I just realized that the backing was just a little bit too much in the way. So I took the backing off, finished fuzzing the bottom piece as well because I didn't want that to stick to my board. And then I just adhered it to my surface there. Then I'm using my chalk paste and I'm just going over the words with my squeegee. And once I do that, I'm going to scrape off all the excess and reveal. It is so pretty. And then I went and washed off my transfer. And then after that, I took one of the squares of the napkin and I am cutting out that peacock with all the feathers. And after I get done here, I'm going to remove that ply behind it. I can't remember if there was 1 or 2 plies, but I removed whatever there was. And my fan was blowing my napkins around, so I kept having to use things to tack it down. But I'm just going over with my Mod Podge and putting it on the sign there, and then I'm going to add my peacock to it. And then once I have this, I'm very carefully tapping it down, and then I get some more Mod Podge on my brush, but unfortunately I think I didn't have very much and it was a little dry because it kind of ripped the napkin there a little bit, but it's okay. You can't really notice it. So then I just finished going over that napkin with Mod Podge, and then I decided I wanted to go over the Seine as well because that just helps seal that chalk paste so that way it becomes permanent and doesn't rub off or wash off. So after I had the whole board covered with my Mod Podge, I'm going to, of course, let it dry. And once it was dry, I took my solo wood flowers and I'm just going to hot glue them on the bottom right corner, just like you see there. And after that, I am going to, I'm taking too long there. I'm going to make a bow. Now I've got this ribbon from Hobby Lobby and I just thought it was really pretty and it's so versatile. So I am just making my bow by doing the awareness ribbon, and then I am going to tie some jute twine in the middle of it, and then I will fluff it and dovetail the ends, which will be here in just a moment. Anyways, once I had it all done, I'm going to hot glue it to the very top. Then I'm just going to add some of my braided twine that I have. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I added another solo wood flower. This one's a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to make a hanger with that braided twine. I've just folded it in half. And I'm going to put the, I was trying to figure out how to do this. tie a knot on the ends, and then I'm going to put one end through the other. As you can see, it's easier to watch than to describe. Anyways, once I had that done, I did cover the back as well, but I feel like there's something missing on the left side. I don't know. Tell me if you think that there's something that I could have added. I don't know. I just feel like it's missing, but let me know what you think about it in the comment box below. Okay, today's challenge is the Napkin Exchange Challenge, and it is hosted every month by my sweet friend Sarah with Sunflowers and DIY, and this month's co-host is Buffie with Buffie Designs. So make sure you check out their channels, and then make sure you check out the playlist to see what napkins everyone received and what they did with their napkins to get some napkin decoupage inspiration. So I will have links to all of them in my description box below, so make sure and check them out. So here's DIY number 2. So for this DIY, I am going to use this picture I got last year at a thrift store. It was $3.98, but it was half off of that, so I got it for $2. I'm going to use these beautiful blue napkins and my white chalk paint by Waverly and some bushes and flowers. So I'm going to start off by cleaning this picture very good. It was very dirty, so I took my baby wipe and just cleaned it all up. And then I'm going to take my chalk paint and I'm just going to paint it. I did have to do about 2 coats to cover up that picture, which I really didn't need to, but I figured since that backing of that napkin was white, I didn't want you to be able to see through it. So I went ahead and did the 2 coats. Then after that, I took the backing off of that napkin and I'm using my Mod Podge, and I am just going to lay this all around. Now, my original intent was I was just going to cut out some of those pieces and just Mod Podge the pieces all around. But I think I just didn't feel like doing all that cutting. So I just went ahead and just started laying the napkin and just covering that whole picture with the napkin. So I'm just going around in sections and adding my Mod Podge, carefully laying my napkin down, and then I use the plastic wrap to really smooth it out. And it might have been easier doing this if I didn't have my fan on. So once I had that all covered, then I just took some more Mod Podge, went all over the top, and then after that I am going to add these little adhesive pearl wraps from Dollar Tree right to the top. Just going to add them all around the top, and then I'm just going to add my bushes and flowers. If you're new here, I just want to welcome you and tell you that I am so happy you're here today. And if you didn't catch it at the beginning, my name is Brenda. If you like thrift flips, if you like home decor on a budget, if you like holiday and seasonal decor or gift ideas, then I would ask you to hit that red subscribe button, become part of our family, and then let me know in the comment section that you're new. I love to get to know you, and make sure all of you guys, if you like today's video, that you hit that like button and comment as well, because I've said it a million times, it does help my channel grow and I appreciate it. And by the way, guys, I just hit 8,000 subscribers and I cannot thank you guys enough. I am just so excited that my channel is growing a little faster than I expected it to. So I appreciate each one of you. So here's the final result. You'll have to let me know what you think of this. I just love that napkin, and I think it came out so pretty. And as you can see, I added some little details on the handle there as well. Okay, so if you would like to follow me on social media, you can find the links to my accounts as well as other accounts I'm affiliated with in the link tree in my description box below. So it's time for celebration of your recreations, and I think you did a great job, Opal Jean. She recreated my Liberty Bell, and it looks like she did it from cardboard. And then Tracy, you did a wonderful job making your little firecrackers. I love how you did the tops. They're beautiful. Thank you, ladies. And if you have a creation or recreation that you would like me to share, you can just send me some pictures through my email, which you'll find the email address in the description box, or you can find me on Facebook Messenger or Instagram. Okay, here is DIY number 3. So for this DIY, I'm going to use a decal that I created with my Cricut. I'm going to use this really pretty poppy napkin. And then this sign I got from Dollar Tree, but if you want to recreate, you could do any sign. I'm using my Waverly chalk paint in the color white and in the color ocean blue. And then some tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. I really only end up using 3. So I'm starting off by removing the welcome portion of this sign, and I am removing the paper from that welcome word because I will keep that welcome sign for another project in the future. And then I turned it over and I removed the sticker and the little hanger. And by the way, on the front of that, all that paper came off really easy, but it still had the glue stuff, so that's why I'm using the black. The back, oh my goodness. So I painted it all white, and then I am just going over the edge, and you guys, this is sped up, so that shows how slow I'm going. I'm trying to be really careful and not get any of my ocean color on the front, but of course I get it on the front. So I decided to go ahead and just kind of color a portion of the front with that ocean color, and I love the way it came out, and it's even more so than what it shows there. But I took my little chip brush and I'm just doing some distressing with that blue as well. And then after that, I trimmed out my poppies here, and I wasn't quite sure if I was going to be able to use both the poppies, but it all worked and I was able to get them on there. So once I have this all cut out, I'll show you how I put them on, which you probably already guessed because, it's decoupage. Oh, I guess I forgot. I did my decal first. So I am just getting my vinyl onto my, what is that? Transfer tape. Sorry, that wasn't in frame, but I'm just going to burnish it onto my sign. And it says, "Consider the wonderful works of God." And then I'm just putting the scripture that's found in. And once I get that added, then I'm going to show you how to decoupage the napkin, which you probably already know because I've already shown it a couple of times. But this this napkin had 3 layers, so I removed both layers, and then I'm just trying to figure out where to place it, and my fan keeps blowing everything around. So you see I put my paint bottle there. But then I took my Mod Podge, I added it to the plaque, and I'm just Mod Podging the flower on there, and then I'm going to trim the little bottom leaf because it or the stem because it went over the sign a little bit. And then I'm just going to do the same thing with that bigger flower as well. And yeah, I should have turned my fan off. It would have made it a lot more easier to get this all done. But, you know, I would rather be cool, I guess, and have to figure out ways to get around it. And as you see there, my little bud there kind of broke. That's okay. I just attached it with some more glue. And then after that, I decide, I think I went over the words? I hope I did. I'm pretty sure I went over the words because unfortunately I realized that was removable vinyl, not permanent vinyl. So I went over it with the Mod Podge just to help seal it. Then I took my 3 tumbling tower blocks here and I am just hot gluing them together. And then I am going to paint them with my ocean color as soon as I get all the little glue bits off. I hate those little things. Anyways, once I'm done with that and I have it all dry, I am going to use this as the base for my sign because I wanted this to be a shelf sitter. So I'm just going to use my wood glue and then a little bit of hot glue so that it would stand. Now I didn't center it very well. I had it more towards the front of the blocks. I should have centered it. So if you recreate anything like this, make sure you have it centered. It will stand up a little bit easier. So I took some more of this ribbon and I'm just doing a bow a different way, you guys. Can you believe it? So I took this strip, it's about 6 inches. I hot glued the ends together. Now I'm just wrapping some twine all around it to scrunch it up. And then after that, I have to play here because it wasn't quite in the middle, but I'm just going to wrap the ends. I wrap one end one direction and then the other end the opposite direction. And then I just tie them into a knot at the very end. I realized there I had gone the same direction. And then I'm just going to trim off those little pieces there. And then I'm going to hot glue that little flower. I painted this. This is a little wood flower I got from Hobby Lobby this spring. So I just painted it red with my Waverly Crimson. And then I took some little pieces and I cut them down to be the tails. And I just cut at an angle on the top, and then I dovetailed the ends, and then I'm just going to hot glue them where I want that bow to go. And then I'm just going to hot glue the bow right above those ends. And it was a little tricky because I didn't want to cover up the flower and I didn't want to cover up the saying, but I really wanted to add that bow on there. So I had to keep cutting those tails down so that they wouldn't cover things. But I got it to work. And there it is. That's all there is for this one. I really love this one. Honestly, I think this one is my favorite. I just love the way it all turned out. You have to let me know in the comment box below which one was your favorite today. And then here is the final reveal of all 3. And I really tried to make them all work, kind of match together. So I think I did a pretty good job. You have to let me know what you think. And again, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button before you go. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you check out Sarah and Buffy and the playlist. And today is Thursday. I will be back on Sunday with the What Would You Make challenge. And I love that one, so I'm excited about that. So until then, have a blessed week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.